Is there any degree of difficulty for Rodriguez being an outsider, a man who's literally done everything on his own to be working with Disney on this level? And would he have taken a deal where he doesn't have creative say? Just what are your thoughts there?
That's a terrific question. It's funny, you know, Rodriguez and I, he had a lot more success, but we kind of started off together. We actually shared an agent in the early 90s, and he learned every discipline. He knew how to do every position. He would know if you weren't being a good PA, he knew you weren't a good PA because he's been a PA for himself. Mm-hmm. You know, he directs, he edits, he produces, he shoots, he does all of those things. I do that too. And I do it out of necessity often because I know, you know, I'm going to show up. I think for Rodriguez, what he brought to the table was probably this. He probably said, I can do all of this at my, you know, Troublemaker Studios. I could make this out of whole cloth. I could just do this, but I want to play in your sandbox. I want to collaborate because film is about collaboration. I just probably want to be able to at least get my version out first before the discussion. Camel is a horse by committee, because if there's too much workshopping initially, there's too much pleasing everybody, you please no one. I think probably what he said is, look, I loved playing on Mandalorian. I have this vision of what I want to do with some of this. John, you write it. Let's have a discussion about it at the thing, but let me at least put cuts in that are mine. And would he play with Disney? Yes, to be able to play in that universe, he probably would play ball with them. And this is going to give him resources to do his own projects. But at the end of the day, he knows it's about collaboration. So do I. I don't want to have to do every job. I just happen to have done them, and I've learned the discipline over decades of doing them. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's about control. And if he feels like at least my vision is out, I have some control over the messaging that's going out, I'm willing to give up a little bit of that control.
What's the difference between someone like Rodriguez doing Star Wars and someone like a JJ Abrams doing Star Wars?
There's two major differences. JJ knows how to emulate versus Rodriguez knows how to conjure from that. And what I mean by conjuring is taking those elements that were in there originally and then making your own mixture of it. JJ is able to take what he saw and he's like, I know people like that, and I know I can do that. And he can copy it really well. He can hold a mirror up to it and it looks exactly like it. But he didn't conjure it from anything. He just said, well, X-Wings we like, this I like, I know people like this, and people like this, and this is what Star Wars, I don't really understand it. It's exactly what he did with Star Trek. He's like, I don't know Star Trek, but I'll make it like Star Wars. And so I think that the difference between JJ and Robert Rodriguez is I don't see a message underneath anything. I don't see a person behind any of JJ's films. Could you really say you know anything about JJ if you watched all of his movies? Do you know anything about him? No. There's no there.
I mean, maybe the beginning of Lost.
I'm talking movies, but yes.
Yeah. But I'm saying I got to tunnel way back to when. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
But Lost is a perfect example
because Rodriguez did TV as well.
Yeah, and Lost totally lost its way at the end. So there was Lost looked like all those cool mysteries that you like to watch on television, which is what he did, but he didn't have a really cool mystery at the end of it for us to watch. He did everything right. He's like a dancer who perfectly does the dance, but never hears the music. And so you know there's a man with passion there, and you know he has a point of view. He has a point of view.
He's got a great perspective. On things, and you know, I've gone on record here on my show saying I really believe Rodriguez is going to save Star Wars. I'm gonna die by it if I have to. You know, I just
said it here.
I love working with Minda. She plays Fennec as the ultimate foil to Boba. They balance each other out.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Slant.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version.
All right, Paulie.